गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of this universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Welcome to the afternoon meeting. In the continuation of yesterday's meeting, we have started the contemplation, that is revision on the first chapter, that is the dejection of Rama. In the first chapter, we have seen yesterday first two topics, which were a very enchanting Bharadwaj Prashna, the question of Bharadwaj, and second topic was Vishwamitra Aganaman. So these two topics we have done. We will do a quick recap. What has done is Bharadwaj has asked the question to Valmiki Rishi. What was the question? Was beautiful question. He asked how this Rama has behaved in this difficult course of mundane existence. That means during this Rama's period also it was the difficult course of mundane existence. You cannot say that the period is only bad during the my time. It is every time it is like that, and that's what has been felt there. And Valmiki Rishi has given a very nice answer to that question, and he says instead of answering how he has behaved during that time, what he said is he has given there are two types of vasanas. One is the vasana which is a pure vasana, which takes us towards the Almighty, towards the divinity, and that means it is a destroyer of the rebirth. You don't have to rebirth again. And another is impure vasana, which takes us in the for a cause of rebirth. So that has been said, and how the Rama has, from the age of 15, has become a Jivan Mukta in a period of time. So it has been told, and Rama has requested his father, Dasharatha, that he wanted to go to various multitudes of holy places and hermitages. His father readily permitted him to do that, and when he readily permitted to do that, and when he came back after the pilgrimage, the Rama's mind was overpowered by sorrowful thoughts, and he became very silent, inactive. And this was told during the first topic, that is the Bharadwaj Prashna. That has been covered very nicely in the first Vaishoka. Then subsequently, Vishwamitra came to the Dasharatha's place, and along with Vishwamitra, the Vasishtha Rishi was also sitting in the courtyard of the Dasharatha, and there Vishwamitra has asked, I am doing the religious disciplines, so please spare your noble-minded Rama for who is capable of destroying the demons. But then initially Dashratha refused it, but Vasishtha Rishi said that you have to keep your words. You being a king, who else will honor these words? Accordingly, it has been told. And at the same time, the Rama's Sevakas came to the Dashratha's place where they were sitting, and they said, Arey, what you are talking of taking Rama? Actually, Rama is already not happy about the world, and he is now not taking the food and started reducing it. And at the same time, Rama has also come to the place where Vasishtha Rishi was sitting, Vishwamitra was sitting, and Dasharatha was sitting. And then when he's been asked, uh, Rama has been asked about his status of his mind, he said that he has suffered because when he went to the pilgrimage, he has seen the actual what is the world around, and because of that, he has suffered a lot, and now he has decided to give his body and no more live in this world, which is full of sorrow, which is full of pain, and which is at the might of time. So Vasishtha Rishi has immediately understood. Yes, now this is called as dispassion and discrimination. So now he has got a right kind of mind. So what is this dispassion and discrimination? Dispassion is Vairagya. But people confuse this Vairagya. Vairagya means people feel that you should go to Himalaya, do some sadhana, go to the caves in the Himalayas, stay there, and suffer silently. So that's what we say. Meditation is for meant for remaining cheerful and happiness and not the silent suffering. So Vashishta Rishi was knowing this very well, and Vashishta Rishi immediately said he has got the real dispassion because he is worried about the world, not about his family. And discrimination means he has to discriminate what is really truth and what is not the truth. So immediately Vashishta Rishi said, "Ki this delusion which has come into the Rama's mind can be wiped off by proper reasoning." So that means we should also have a proper reasoning. जीवन में अपने अंडरस्टैंडिंग आना चाहिए, समझदारी जीवन में बहुत जरूरी है. लोकेशन बदल के कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. If you leave the place, maybe I am at Nagpur. If I leave Nagpur, go to Himalaya, go to Varanasi, go to Haridwar, but my mind also will come with me. So obviously, I will be suffering wherever I go. So why not to correct the mind? So with this, yes, it was yesterday's discussion. What has happened? Now we are going to start today's topic, that is Jivitam Dhukhamayam. So life is full of sorrow. Rama has indicated there are three problems which Rama has faced when he has gone for a pilgrimage. First problem he has indicated is life is full of sorrow. Everything is he is seeing as a sorrowful, and that has created a turbulence in his mind. Second is everything is painful. सब कुछ पेनफुल है, परेशान हो रहा है, मतलब जीवन में सब लोग परेशान हो रहे हैं. एंड थर्ड वन इज एवरीथिंग इज एट द माइट ऑफ टाइम. तीन चीजों से रामा का माइंड परेशान हो गया, एंड दैट्स व्हाई ही गॉट द dispassion. And then now Vashishta Rishi is telling him the dispassion. Before that, he wanted to listen to the Rama, and what Rama said in the verse number 25. He said, now Rama is explaining the status of his mind. I tell these things, though I am a devote of the knowledge, I reflect on them. Even the Rama is reflecting on them. Why Rama is reflecting? Because he knows that it is not certain what he is saying. Men are born to die and they die only to be born. So that's what Rama has observed. Everybody is born to die and dying to born. That's what is the observation of Rama. Perfectly okay. If he is taking it worldly phenomena, it is a perfectly okay observation. Next, what he has observed, all these indeed are impermanent, those that are movable and immovable. What is movable and immovable are both are impermanent. Correct observation. Of what use are kingdom and enjoyment to me? Now he is doing all, what is happening is all contemplation is going in the Rama's mind, and that's what he is telling to Vashishta Rishi. So that's why it is Sri Rama Uvacha, Sri Rama said. So what he says, what is the use of the kingdom of my father Dashratha? And what is the use of the enjoyment which are there? So then immediately came a Vivek in Rama's mind. Who am I? If really this question comes in somebody's mind, then he's a very lucky person, because now he is discriminating. Who am I? Actually, everything boils down to who am I. You should try to know who am I and what is it that has come here. For what purpose I have come here? Who am I? What purpose? Now this will be answered by Vashisht Rishi in due course of time. So what further Rama says is, this is all what Rama is saying. Thus reasoning intensely, there arose in me dissatisfaction of all things as that in the traveler for the desert. If there is a traveler in the desert, he doesn't see anything, so everything is dissatisfaction for him. Similarly for Rama also, Markat Vairagya has come. He is having the dispassion, but which is not a true dispassion. He is feeling as only outwardly. He has never done contemplation. He is only projecting what is happening outside. So how does this sorrow come to an end? Now he is asking the question to Vasishta Rishi. How does this sorrow come to an end? I am burned by this anxiety. मेरे अंदर में पूरी जलन हो रही है, एंजाइटी. मैं एकदम चंचल हो रहा हूँ. ओ सेजा, that means he is saying to Vasishta Rishi, wealth only causes delusion. It indeed does not confirm happiness. What he says is, wealth causes only delusion. What is delusion? It is not really true. What is there? Because we run after that wealth. If you have 100 rupees, we like to have 1,000 rupees. If you have 1,000 rupees, we like to have 10,000 rupees. If you have 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh, 1 crore, 10 crore, 100 crore. And likewise, it is unending. So it's a delusion. It never confirms happiness, because it is unending desire which comes in our mind. Then further, the next shloka is a very beautiful shloka. What it says is, and first says in Sanskrit, Srimana Anjana Nityascha Shurascha Pavikatatam Samadrushti Prabhutvam Durlabha Purushastrayam. Durlabha Purushastrayam. If you really want to get such a person, what Rama is saying, he is very durlabh. What is durlabh? Three characteristics are told. A wealthy man, not censurable by people. A wealthy man. Some wealthy person is there, but he's not been criticized. A very difficult person to get that. That is first. Second is valiant man who does not boast. A person is very rich, but he doesn't boast. He never show. Very difficult to get such person. And Lord and does not boast. A Lord who is equal vision. And he has equal vision. That is a three. These three are indeed hard to obtain. All these three characteristics are very difficult to obtain in one person. So what is this now? Subsequently, Rama is all this Rama is telling in 10 to 12 shlokas in this Jivatam Dhukhamayam. He is explaining why this Jivitam is Dhukhamayam. So life is as transient as a drop of water dangling at the corner, sharp corner of blade of grass. Like if there is a blade of grass standing here and there is a drop of water on the top, it can fall anytime. So life is like that. Anytime we will never know that when the life falls. It is possible to encompass the air, break the sky, strings together the waves, but not stay forever in life. It is so true, eternal, that you cannot stay forever in life. How you can encompass the air? Very difficult to encompass air. Break the sky or string together the waves, but everything you can do, but you cannot stay for a life. You cannot continue. That's what has been now all contemplation going on in the Rama's mind. And he's expressing same thing to the Vasishtha Rishi. Subsequently he says, trees also live, so do animals and birds. But he alone lives, whose mind is alive by reflection. So Rama is knowing that the person who is living person, all other are dead people, he says, mind is alive by reflection. That means reflecting. That means in the world, you should see the world, get the experience, एंड करेक्ट योर एनालॉजी इन द वर्ल्ड. अपना जीवन का देखने का जो दृष्टि है, दरिया है, अपना दृष्टिकोण है, वो अपने को करेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. कहाँ से? अपने जीवन के एक्सपीरियंस से ही करेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. ओनली दोज बीइंग आर born in the world with a noble life who are not born here again. That means the people who come to the world, that they become manifest, remain in this world, go back. Before they go back, if they are noble minded, if they have noble life, they will not be born. The people who are not born, who are those people? The people who are Jivan Mukta. If somebody is a Jivan Mukta, he is not born, because then he doesn't have body consciousness. He remains in the relative world, but he never suffers in the relative world. So, further, Rama is saying the scripture is a burden for one without discrimination. Knowledge is a burden for the passionate. Mind is a burden for one without peace. And the body is a burden for one who does not know the self. See, all discriminations are given here. What is that? The scripture. We are reading the scriptures. Is a burden for one without discrimination. If you really cannot have vivek, then the scripture is burden. So, what are the vivek? We have seen yesterday there are four types of vivek. One is vivek is sat asat vivek. So, sat asat means you have to find out what is real and what is unreal. The whole world is illusionary. It is unreal. Only that Paramatma, Parabrahma, or a divinity, or self, or the truth. It is only the truth, nothing else. That only self is really true. So whatever is embodied is true, not the body is true. That is the first discrimination which we do. Second discrimination we did is Rajju Sarpa. When we see from the far of the place, it looks like there is a snake, but when you go near that, it is Rajju. When you again come back to the original place, it again looks like it is Sarpa, only snake, but it is not a snake. Uh, it is only a rope. Then third is what? Third is gold and ornaments. All ornaments are made up of gold only. It is not that it is only ornaments. Ornament means it is obviously gold. If goldsmith only sees the gold, not the ornaments. So this is the third discrimination. And fourth discrimination is waves and ocean. All the waves are nothing but ocean only. But what we say is waves are different and the ocean is different. If you talk to the ocean, then what will happen? The ocean will laugh at you because it will say, boss, there are no ocean. I am only doing this all tsunami or smaller waves or a larger waves. So these are the discrimination which you have to follow. So what he's saying is scripture should is a burden for one who doesn't have discrimination. So you should have a discrimination in mind in a life. Knowledge is a burden for the passionate. If you really do not know the knowledge, you are listening to so many things. Maybe you are listening to Bhagavad Gita, maybe you are listening to Ramayana, maybe you are listening to Yogavaasishtha, what we are doing, but you are not converting into the life. So it is of no use. It is only collection of information, which is a garbage. The knowledge more in our mind, it becomes a garbage because it only increases the thickness of the mind, whereas we want to have mind very sharp and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And only the next is said is Mind is a burden who doesn't have peace. So what we say is, we always say that be happy. What is this be happy? You have to be cheerful, blissful, happy, contented, tranquil, and over and above, relax and cool. That is a happy state of mind and a peaceful mind. So with this mind, so what has to be done is mind your mind. If you really can mind your mind, then you have done everything in your life. And body is a burden for one who does not know the self. If you really doesn't know the self, if you doesn't know the self, that means if you doesn't know the embodied, body is only a machine, then you get caught into the Dehatma Bodh and you suffer. You suffer in that case. So that is been told in the shloka number 33. So let us go to 34. Under the influence of ego, calamity increases. So now this is the ego which has been introduced by the Bhagwan Ram. Now this ego is troubling him. So ego is like what? Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say. The ego is like this. It sprouts again and again like a people tree, and whatever times you cut it, it will still come up. So he really doesn't know. Somebody, if you ask, Are, don't talk this with the ego, he said, to me, is there any ego? So that statement itself is a egoistic statement. So how to cut this statement? Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say, me gela ki janjal gela. You have to filter out this me, you have to dissolve this me into the better consciousness, that is self. You have to dissolve that. Out of ego, anguish is born, and desire arises when controlled by ego. So this ego only brings a desire in our life. The most miserable state in our life is a desireful state. You desire one thing, you desire another thing, you keep on desiring, whether the desires are fulfilled or not, and suffer in the life. So there is no enemy worse than ego. So you may have outside enemy in the world, you may have the inside enemy in your house. Maybe you may feel your husband oblique wife or son oblique daughter may be feeling enigmatic because they scold you sometime like no no no. Actually, it is all your ego is only the enemy. So further Rama says, the mind runs in a vein from here and there, perplexed, just like a dog runs from the distance to a greater distance in a village. You must have seen the stray dogs in the field. How the stray dogs run? Aimlessly. They are not knowing for what purpose they are running. They start from one lane, goes into another lane, goes into third lane, come back to first lane, and unnecessarily they are running. Similarly, our mind also keeps on running from one object to another object to another place. So it runs into Desha, Kala, Vastu, time, space, and object, it keep on running and makes fool around us. So, what is the job for us? You have to mind our mind. If you really mind your mind, you have won everything in this world. It is very difficult to mind a mind. The process which is now will be told by Vashishtha Rishi will be elaborating that process, how to mind our mind. So further, Rama says there are four more shlokas left over in the for this first topic, why the Rama was dejected, Jivatam Dhukhamayam. Even by wealth acquired in some cases, it does not attain anything, it does not reach fullness as the wicker basket by the waters. So even this wealth, what are they amassing the wealth you can have, maybe 100 crores of rupees, it is not going to give you satisfaction and peace. The restraint of mind is more difficult than the drinking of ocean or uprooting the great Samaru mountain or eating fire. Three examples are given how difficult it is to control the mind. Bhagavad Gita also says, our mind is only our friend and mind is only enemy. The controlled mind is a friend and uncontrolled mind is the enemy. So how it is restraining the mind difficult? What according to Rama? It is like drinking of ocean is possible once, uprooting the great Sumeru mountain is also possible, eating the fire is also possible, but restraining mind is impossible. That's what Rama says. There are two more shlokas left over. We'll do that and we'll conclude for today. So, two more shlokas are of all the ills of the worldly life, it is a desire alone that gives lasting grief. ये जो अपनी इच्छा है ना, ये इच्छा ही अपने को पूरा मरण दिखाती है. ये इच्छा अपने में दुख 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 लाती है. इट इज अ लास्टिंग ग्रिप. इट इज नॉट लाइक ग्रिप कम्स फॉर सम टाइम एंड गोज अवे. इच्छा होती रहती है. आदमी को क्या क्या इच्छा होती रहती. ऑल द इच्छास विच आर रियली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर maintaining your day to day life, those are not the bad ichha, but the bad ichha is like you are sufficient, but still ichha, your desire keeps on making you fool around you, make your mind run here and there, and it is a lasting grip. So this desire, what is called in Hindi, इसको बोला है इच्छा भिकारिन. It is called a beggar. What are the things if you have one car, you get another car, maybe 10 cars. It will not end. If you have one house, maybe 10 house, it will not end. So desire is such thing. If you really do not apply a break of viveka, that is discrimination, you will suffer. And what is a viveka? Viveka is the whole world is illusionary, boss. Whatever is required, that only you accumulate. Rest you please don't accumulate. The sharp edge of a sword, the light of the thunderbolt, and the sparks of fire from red iron on are not severe as that desire rooted in the heart. अपने दिल में जो इच्छाएं और कामना होती है वो इतनी खतरनाक है. अगर वो शार्प एज ऑफ सॉर्ड, एक भाले का जो टोक है शार्प एज, उसका कंपेयर किया लाइट ऑफ द थंडर बोल्ट. आज कल ही बहुत सारा बारिश, वाटर लॉट ऑफ रेन्स हैपेंड एट नागपुर विद अ थंडर बोल्ट. वो लाइटनिंग से हमको डर नहीं लगेगा. स्पार्क्स ऑफ द फायर ऑफ रेड हॉट आयरन, एक आयरन हॉट रेड है, उसकी स्पार्क से डर नहीं लगेगा. बट किससे डर लगेगा? ये जो अपने हृदय में डिजायर्स आई है. इन आवर हार्ट देयर आर लॉट ऑफ डिजायर्स and which are uprooting, like it keeps on pop up, continuous pop up come up. It never comes a pop up like I want to discriminate, I want to follow divinity. These all good vasanas will never come in our life. Only bad vasanas and bad things come because of desire. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say, kamini kanchanacha tyag has khara khara tyag. The sacrifice or leaving kamini means whatever the desires, and kanchan means the greed for money. If you leave that, that is only really sacrifice. Rest all sacrifice if you are doing. If you go to the temple, give some prasada there, go to some people, give some donations at some ashrama. These are all not called as the donations at all. No, not at all a sacrifice. Sacrifice is only what sacrifice? Kamini kanchan. Your kamanas, your desires has to be given fully. And kanchan means whatever the money is required, more than that, accumulation of wealth should not be done, because subsequently this accumulation of wealth only kills you. You never know when it is going to kill you. So because that makes you frightened more and more, so it kills you. So this is the shloka from chapter number 1, this topic number 3rd, Jivitam Dhukhamayam, shloka number 25th to 40. Rama has given his all version to Vasishtha Rishi. What is this version? Rama has told Vasishtha Rishi what is this life according to the Charpat Pancharika Stotram. Punarapi Janmam, Punarapi Marnam, Punarapi Jatane Shenam. Yadastare Kaim Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. That is, so in this story keeps on going like you become from unmanifest to become a manifest. From manifest, you remain this life maybe 100 years and again become unmanifest. What you are achieved? People are born to die and they die to born again. Same thing keeps on happening. So this is a dull wittedness. Anything you which we do mechanically which is happening, it makes you only suffer. Second thing was char achar, everything is asti. What I am going to get out of this kingdom, that's what Rama says. It is not going to give me fulfillment. So mind cannot be remain attracted towards the same thing for all the time, because let's say if you like some curries and if your mother or your wife keeps on giving the same curry for every day, okay, 30 days you will be getting only cauliflower, even if you like that, but then you will get fed up. You are no enough now, prepare some other sabji. So likewise you will say. So that is what has been told in this Jivitam Dhukhamayam. So all this process which Rama has seen when he has going to the pilgrimage, he has seen that all things are really suffering. These all things we try to enjoy, but it never gives an enjoyment. This enjoyment or the joy which we fulfill, it comes with the tag of sorrow being attached to it. So what to do? So that's why I decided Vasishtha Rishi to give this body. Slowly what I am going to do is reduce my intake of food, and with the reduced intake of food, like this lake gets dried because of the hot summer. Similarly, slowly I will become weak and leave this my body. That's what I felt. So that's why I'm saying this in a topic Jivitam Dhukhamayam. But this is only one topic. There are two more which he says, because of which I am suffering. That is Vayovesta Dukkhata. Stages of life are painful. And another thing is the Kalavebhavam. Everything is at the might of time. So these are the three things. If you really can give me the solution for all these three things, I will be happy and I will be really contented, and that's what I expect. But if you really cannot give me, then let me allow to leave this mortal coil at the end. So with this, we have finished the third topic, that is Jivitam Dhukhamayam. What we are doing is we are doing this revision because we already contemplated 15 chapters. We are now migrated from the Zoom to YouTube live link. All are requested to come on the live link. The takeaways, if you are supposed to give, the takeaways you can give right away at the end before I end the stream. And I'm going to now pray the prayers. Whatever your takeaways are there, you can write that as a chat in the chat box so that I'll incorporate that in the talk. So with this, Welcome to the YouTube live studio, and we'll keep on meeting every day at 2:30 with this prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Shri Ramachandra Pranamastu. Submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of Sri Ramachandra. Takeaways, you can chat me so that I'll come to know if it is there. At the end of stream, sometime I've kept for a takeaway. You can write that and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you. Namaste.